Welcome back to my channel, Looking for a Sign. I'm SJ. You guys know you're my ears and eyes. So, this was a requested collective, and the question, or the request, was on how to energetically, like, cut cords with someone. Okay, so this is a reading for if you are trying to cut cords with someone, you're trying to move on, you already know they're not for you, or they're toxic, or whatever, and you have just been trying to energetically cut cords, or whatever, remove yourself from the situation, but you just feel like you can't. So, I went ahead and shuffled the deck and pulled two main energies for why you cannot cut cords and what is needed in order to cut cords, okay? Also, I did do a class on this because being a life coach, I normally do a class about once a month, okay? Down in the description box below is also my website and a link directly to that Zoom class that I gave that explains the difference between soulmates, twin flames, false twin flames, why cord cutting isn't working, and what to do so that you can get the ball rolling and cut cords with someone, detach from someone, or remove your energy from them, okay? So if you want to check that out, it's down in the description box below. And it is on sale right now, okay? So no more chatting. Let's go ahead and hop into it. So the overall energy for why you cannot cut cords with this person, we have TikTok. We have TikTok. Piece of hair is stuck to my lip gloss. Okay, so with TikTok, that is the energy of feeling like time is running out, okay? Time is running out, or there is some type of expectation that is attached to something. So you could still have expectations in this person, or maybe you and this person have been off and on for a really long time, and there's just this feeling of like, I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger, I don't feel like I'm able to connect with anybody else the way that I connect with this person. I do want to get married one day. I do feel like there's some hope or something there, okay? There's also, with TikTok, this feeling of, if you guys have, like, so much history or whatever together, not really knowing what to do with that. That is what's preventing you from cutting cords. Or you do have a lot of history with this person and you guys were in a relationship for a long time and now you're just trying to remove yourself. There's just a lot of expectations here. Expectations for where you thought you'd be in your life for right now, not necessarily wanting to start over with someone, still having a little bit of hope that, like, maybe this person will eventually leave someone, or maybe this person will eventually grow and evolve, right? So that is what's preventing the cord cutting from being effective, or detaching your energy from this person from being effective. Sorry. When I asked what Spirit wants you to do in order to cut cords, I got no place like home. Okay? And the no place like home card, that is basically like being at one with yourself, being balanced with yourself, being comfortable with your inside your own skin, knowing how to balance out your emotions with your logic, okay? And just having, like, real self-love. Now, self-love, everybody says they have self-love, but self-love is literally loving yourself the same way you love another person, right? So if you wouldn't let another person talk crazy to your significant other, you shouldn't let people talk crazy to you. If you can see the potential in your significant other, and then, when they're having those days where they're like losing it and they're like, I'm just not sure and I'm not feeling so confident in myself, you're able to rush in there, speak life into your significant other and still hold that potential in them, like you refuse to give up on them. You should be doing that for yourself, refusing to give up on yourself, seeing the potential within yourself. Nobody should rock harder with you than you rock harder with yourself, okay? All right. So when it comes to TikTok, Spirit, why is TikTok here? Ew. Okay, so of course this is a collective. It doesn't go for everybody. But we do have bad temper here with sexually transmitted disease, okay? So what I'm picking up with this energy is with the, because remember, divine, this TikTok card speaks about timing. It speaks about expectations, okay? So maybe this person does have a bad temper, okay? And that's the biggest thing in your relationship that's kind of like holding you back. And you just feel like, you know what? I literally just feel like if they could get their temper together, maybe go to counseling or something like that, that maybe this situation can work out, right? For some of you, you're either afraid that if you decide to move forward, you'll catch an STD from someone else. So like you're afraid to move on. Or for some of you, you have an STD that this person may have given you that may be an STD that is not necessarily curable, and there's just this expectation that if you move forward, you won't be fully accepted. You know, that it's not something like that part of your life will never be the same, but at least with this person, because they have it too, or they already know about it, I don't have to worry about, you know, if they're going to see me differently because of this. Okay, the other thing I'm picking up is that for some of you guys are watching and spying. If your person has already moved on and that's what's like prompting you to want to move on, okay, there is a fear here that they're going to like propose to someone else. Or there's a fear here that they're going to give to someone else everything that you wanted. So there's still like that hope of like, or that expectation rather, I don't want to say hope because it doesn't feel like hope, but that expectation of like, so if they're able to give this to someone else, that means they are able to do this. And I know that we have this connection, and once they come to terms about this relationship and what exactly this relationship is, that it's a divine relationship, that they will come around. So I feel like some of you guys feel like this person is intentionally holding back, which I do feel like for some of you they are. Some of you guys, you want to move forward, but there's a sense of, I need to know that this person at least regrets what they did to me. I need to know that they at least feel bad about what they did. Like, I don't want them back. I don't even care that they've moved on, but I still want to know that they're remorseful. Even that expectation still kind of energetically binds you to that person. Then we have, you're not going anywhere. That's a direct message to you from your person's energy. So this person may have told you, you know, at the end of the day, like, we do have this connection and like, you're not going anywhere. So there's like this expectation of like, you know that we have this connection. So I know that you're not going anywhere. I know you're not. You told me that you're not. You're with this person at the moment, but that doesn't really mean anything. You're the only one I want to spend the rest of my life with. So you guys may have been engaged at one time. You guys may have been engaged at one time. And maybe this person, well, because the energy that I'm picking up is that this person never really proposed to anybody. They may have spoken marriage with other people, but never truly got engaged. And workaholic. They were so focused on making money that they didn't really have time for you. And there's still like, there's a big feeling of being fed up. I really feel like for the collective I'm speaking to, this isn't like the first time that you guys have tried to energetically disconnect from this person. You guys have absolutely had it. And you're like, look, I don't care who this person is to me. The only thing I care about is getting them out of my energy so that I can move forward. And that's great that you are mentally and emotionally at that place. But there still is, because for some of you guys, I feel like you may have been struggling or helping this person get on their feet. And it just seemed like right around the time that you guys split up or you broke up with this person or this person walked away from you, whatever the case may be, that they started doing a whole lot better. So it's just like this jealousy of, it's not even jealousy. It's just this energy of that's not how karma is supposed to work, if that makes sense. And for some of you guys, I feel like For some of you guys, I feel like this person is jealous of you and you know that. Like, not jealous of you, but jealous of your situation. So even if you have moved on and you can feel this person in your energy, you're like, I just want to remove them altogether. You can feel their envy towards you. You can feel their jealousy towards your relationship. But I do low-key pick up that some of you guys kind of like it because you feel like, yo, that's your karma. And I get it. But inviting that energy in, you know what I mean, and holding on to that is keeping you energetically tied to this person. We have, I'm addicted to having sex with you, but it was in reverse, okay? So this person, like I said, may have moved on, but you just know, or they may have even told you, like, yeah, I've moved on, you know, with so-and-so, but it's not as good as like when I'm with you. And so there is this sense of like, you know, like even though that person is with them, they're never going to be satisfied. Just holding on to that, like there's just this energy of not acknowledging that, but like staying in that energy and in that vibe. So that still makes it hard to cut cords with someone when you're still like, I know that you're not satisfied over there. You know what I mean? Like just holding on to that. Needing money came out in reverse, but that's, like I said, you guys were with them, or, you know, you were really in the picture when they were needing money and when they were struggling. And now that they're not, it's like real effort. This person may be coming in or has come in to show real effort towards you, real effort of wanting to get back together. And you don't want to get back together. You're like, I'm good. Or you may feel their energy or have dreams of them, you know, wanting to get back together and wanting to work things out. And you're like, no, I'm good. But there's still this energy of, I like the fact that you're finally paying me the attention you should have paid me a long time ago. Like, I don't get this energy that you even want this person back necessarily, but you like the fact that they're reaping what they sow. And that's understandable, like I said. But it's the fact that for the collective I'm talking to, you guys are hanging out in that energy. Here with jail time, which was the only card that was flipped over, which was weird because I checked this deck, and none of the cards were flipped over. I'm literally picking up this. It's not like regular jail. I mean, it may be regular jail for some of you, but I'm picking up like a mental prison. Like, you guys are like in a mental prison of like, why is it, you know, like once I feel like I'm completely done or I'm ready to move on, like here you come. Just the fact that you are questioning and sitting in that energy, you know what I mean? It makes it hard. That's like trying to look for a job while you're at another job. It just makes it really hard because this job currently is supplying money and paying all of my bills. So I'm looking for this other job. However, I don't necessarily have like a motivation to look as hard as if I didn't have a job at all. Does that make sense? So it's like, as long as you are entertaining their energy, no matter what they send to you, entertaining that energy at all, it's going to make it hard to cut that energy off. No place like home. Oh, we're not going to use that. We're going to we'll use this one. I feel guided to this one. Okay. So when it comes to, so that's the reason, if some of you guys are wondering like, why can't I cut cords with this person? What can I do to separate or detach their energy, my energy from them? Because you can only control yourself. You can't control this person. But if you are solid in your energy and you do not want this person back, once you get solid in your energy, detach your energy. When you feel their energy, you can send that energy right back to that person. You can block that energy. You're not going to sit in it or just be like, oh, I can totally, you know, feel, you know, that they regret this and they regret that. And just, you know, like being in that, no, I don't even care. Send that energy right back. No place like home. So what do they need to do, Spirit, to cut cords? To energetically detach? What do they need to do, Spirit, to energetically detach? What does my collective need to do to energetically detach? Ooh. Ooh. And normally, oh, hands all action. Okay. Hey, Paulo. That's my husky. He's hanging out. Ooh, I like it. We have the hammer here. The hammer speaks about self-sabotaging, rebuilding, and being consistent. Self-sabotaging is where we create a problem where there isn't one. So a lot of times, like I said, if you have a low-key expectation that they'll eventually get their act together and come back, you're going to sabotage every single time that you're trying to move forward and connect with other people. Any little thing, you're going to find a reason to like disconnect from like a new person, or to not go find a new person, right? And that's creating a problem where there isn't one. And it's because like low key, like persistence, right? Like low key, I think that one day I can feel that they want to do better. And I feel like, you know, they can do better. And like, it's just their temper, or it's just, you know, once they get their player ways out their system and grow up, you know, but that's not your problem. That's not your problem. Their triggers and insecurities aren't your problem. And there's no, like, we're not waiting for anybody, right? So with rebuilding, it's literally rebuilding yourself, rebuilding your securities, rebuilding who you are. Here with rocking it, it's being yourself, confident. Yeah, showing off. Yeah, it's really like getting back to who you are. Sometimes when we are with someone and we're so comfortable with them, they know all our flaws, and even if it's toxic, it's like they know all our flaws. At least I know what kind of toxic that is. What if I go find a new person and they're a whole different kind of toxic? I'm not trying to deal with that, right? But when we're confident and we're healing and we're evolving, we've learned from the past mistakes. So we're not going to invest in someone that we see are showing the same red flags, because we've learned those red flags. We know what that looks like, right? Clarity and truth. Protection. It's truly having clarity within self and clarity of what this situation truly is. In some cases, even a karmic soulmate, there's a strong spiritual connection there, because your soul recognizes that soul. If your soul has never, and your soul only recognizes that person, even when it's a karmic, because you guys have had so many lifetimes together. It's no different than you being in Walmart and seeing someone and you're like, I really know that person. Who? I feel like I know that person. And then come to find out that is your friend Cynthia from kindergarten. Well, you're a whole grown man, a whole grown woman, but you recognize them right out the back. You couldn't place where you knew them, but you recognize them right off the bat because you guys have history together. Your souls have history together. So there's a soul recognition there. It doesn't necessarily mean you guys are meant to be together. So it's like getting that clarity and seeing the connection for truly what it is. We have life goals. Be sure your life goals are congruent with your partner. Grow together, grow apart. Some of you guys are so afraid of growing with someone else because the connection may not be the same, or you've tried to move on and the connection is not the same, and that's okay. But focusing on your life goals, focusing on your life mission, focusing on where you're supposed to be at, that's going to help you detach. Why? Because you're no longer going to resonate with that energy. So once you're worrying about yourself, you're confident, right? We're healing, we're confident, we're evolving. That energy of that person, you no longer resonate. You've outgrown that person. So even when they're sending that energy to you, it's like, I don't resonate with that. That's no different than for my older, more mature people who are like, let's say mid-20s, late 20s, early 30s, even mid-30s, okay? If you're in Target and you see somebody looking at you, but they're not saying anything, and they just keep looking at you, it's going to be like, either you come over here and, you know, talk to me, get my number, or don't. But we're not going to like hide between clothes like we're in high school and give googly eyes. We're not doing that. Why? You don't resonate with that energy anymore because you're not in high school. That's not the way to get my attention, right? Because you're grown, you're mature. I'm not playing those games. You don't resonate with that at all. You don't even, you buy your stuff at Target and go right onto the car. You don't even think about it anymore, right? So that's what happens when you're growing and you're evolving. You completely outgrow the energy that that person's sending to you. And that makes it easier to detach. That makes it easier to move forward. New beginnings, new people. And then we have funny, great personality, compatible, but it was upside down. Personality traits. So here it's literally going out, meeting new people, making new beginnings, right? But I feel like personality traits is upside down because a lot of you, if you're really honest with yourself, the things that you saw in this person at the very beginning that intrigued you or that drew you in, that's not even who that person is anymore, or that's not even what you're attracted to anymore. So being honest about what you want in your life, what you're actually attracted to at this point in your life, that is what is needed to cut these energetic cords. Detaching, right? Detaching, like legit, you got to delete the text message thread. You have to delete the emails. You need to block the accounts. Why? Because we get nostalgic and we get in our feelings and then we go to looking back at stuff and then you're right back in the cycle. We don't spy on their page. Why? Because going back to look at their page re-triggers you all over again. So you stay in a constant cycle, right, of having your feelings all over the place. When you grow, you evolve, you heal. I don't care what you're doing. I don't want to see what you're doing. Just leave me be. So we block them. We block them on our phone. We block them. And if you guys have kids together, cool. Cool. But we keep that conversation short, sweet, and to the point, right? If they're sending long, dramatic text and you already know that they're on that BS, or, oh, I just wanted to be cordial, come over, watch the movie with the kid. No, we're short, sweet, and to the point. If your kids are older, communication goes through the kids. Like, there's no reason for you to call my phone. You can call your kid, right? Okay, so that is what I have for you guys. Please let me know in the description box below. In the comments below if this resonated with you. I appreciate you guys so super much. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every time I post a reading. I'll see you guys in the next one.